Okay, as already said, my name is Klaas. I'm a co-founder of Birds on Mars, based in Berlin. Florian is sick, so that's really sad. And as AI might disrupt or might kill the software stars, we heard it with a video, and video killed the radio stars. So let's start with the video first, and please make it loud.
At night.
Louder.
A winding street.
Yes.
Surrounded by trees. A house in the distance. The horizon. The road ends behind a hill. One moment in time. How many ways can we perceive this image? How many times can we paint it? How often can we be inspired by it? Enough for a lifetime. This is Unfinished. Roman Lipsky and YQP present the birth of an artificial muse, a machine in search of diversity, inspiration, and transformation. The first true partnership between a painter and artificial intelligence. A neural network was injected with 9 paintings by Lipsky. The machine analyzed different facets of the paintings and adapted Lipsky's style. With time, the system learned to generate an infinite amount of unique images. These images supplied Lipsky with new compositions, perspectives, and themes. For over 1 year, every new painting by Lipsky has been re-ingested into the system, creating an ongoing exchange between man and machine. Like a creative mirror, the AI reveals facets of his art that he had never seen before. With help from the digital muse, Lipsky has transformed his artistic language and constantly finds new ways to express himself. Just as the invention of the camera helped painters to explore new perspectives, AI could ultimately introduce a new art with endless possibilities. And this is just the beginning.
Okay. So why do I talk about this project and who am I? Well, my co-founder, who is unfortunately sick today, Florian, he built this Artificial Muse. He was the coder. He implemented the artificial intelligence that inspires till today Roman Lipsky. I don't know if he's here, he wanted to come, not sure, is he? No, maybe. And yes, so and it all started with a dialogue. We needed to talk. There were 2 worlds that collided. The world of art, as a painter, Roman Lipsky, and the world of technology and computer sciences and coding and hacking and all this stuff. And we didn't understand each other at all when we started. But it's so essential to get into this dialogue to talk about. And this dialogue is going on till today. We always learn from each other, and by that build a better and better artificial muse, an AI that inspires Roman Lipsky. And what also happens is that as we, as humans, train artificial intelligence, for example in machine learning, the artificial intelligences that we train us. We learn from them. If you look at AlphaGo, it's the same story. We can learn how to be better in playing Go by looking what an AI is doing and how they do it. We can do the same in art, and we can do the same in any context where we need to have and want to have inspiration. So what's under the hood? Well, it is deep learning. What else? Everybody's talking about it. It is deep neural nets, and they are very, very, very deep as always. No, joking. It is, of course, machine learning. It's software, and this software is able to deconstruct Roman's paintings in a lot of different ways. Sorry, too fast. In a lot of different ways. So this artificial intelligence, this software is able to deconstruct his images, understand different patterns, and then play around with it and combine it in different ways. So we take the original paintings, which were only 9 when we started. We throw those into a deep neural network. Honestly, it's several deep neural networks, like in object-oriented programming. They fit together seamlessly, and they extract patterns, they extract style, brush strokes, whatever, to understand his art, his paintings. And then we have a kind of engine, like kaleidoscopes, that we know when we were kids, who adjust these different facets of his art in different kind of ways and put it all together. And by that, we create new artworks that inspire Roman. And it's a continuous progress, a continuous dialogue between man and machine, as we heard. And of course, it's also about the interface. If we want to talk to each other, we need decent interfaces. It's speech for us, so of course it might be speech in the future when we talk to our machine, like Amazon Echo. And Roman likes to have it, a seamless, fluid interface to his artificial muse, his inspirational source. And that's what we build right now, with projections in his room and the speech interface, because it's part of this. If we want to build artificial intelligence systems, we need also to design them. We need to look at the interconnections between humans and machines, with human and artificial intelligence, and design those connections. It's truly important if we want to move on. But that's not all. What if we could throw in other content, not just images, but text, or links, associations, video, or just data? All the big data pools we have. Why not use these new content sources, throw them into the machine, run the engines, and get out inspiration as well? But not in the arts, but in any other context we can think of, and also an enterprise context. So yes, we started building it. We, with Birds on Mars, took the art project from Roman Lipsky and YQP, which is the art collective where my co-founder Florian is part of, and want to transfer everything we learned from art to enterprise and build an enterprise muse. So what does it mean? What did we learn? Well, a lot of different things. We heard it in the video. It's of course model clashing. We need to have different kind of artificial intelligent model algorithms that need to be combined in a valuable way. We also need to combine mental models. Humans think differently than artificial intelligences do. So we need to combine and clash together these mental models as well. Of course, we need to be open-minded. That's a no-brainer, but we can learn it. We did it for 1.5 years, and Roman developed himself more and more, and the AI did the same. Of course, it's about algorithms, and we need to build new kind of algorithms when we move from images to text, from images to data to get inspiration out. And overall, it's about the mirroring. We need to create connections between humans and machines, not interfaces, not disruptions, no barriers. It needs to be combined in the best possible way. And then we can change quite a lot. Our enterprise, society maybe, whatever. Not just with an artificial muse, don't get me wrong. That's too much. But we can do quite a lot. So the project we initiated at Birds on Mars is our kind of innovation space. It's called Project Soul. Soul is a day on Mars. It is 40 minutes more than a day on Earth. That gives us, per person, 3 hours 20 to work on this crazy shit. Awesome. And everybody who works for us can do that. And what can we do? Well, of course, it can be a room. An AI, an artificial muse in the enterprise, in innovation teams, in creative teams, can be a room. I go into the room for a workshop and it inspires me. The room is part of the team. It's a team member. It's part of the environment in organizations where people get creative. Why not? I'm sure we can build it. In the offices, maybe even in the cars. What do we do when cars drive themselves? We get bored. So why not get inspired whilst driving? We can build an artificial muse inside the car. Why not? We can build next-gen recommenders. We heard about it before. Recommendations, still a big issue. Of course, it is. But they are all damn boring and bad. Every recommendation today is not working. I'm sure we can get better when we try to implement it as a kind of really personal muse that inspires me. Of course, we're not there yet, but we started. And whoever wants to join in, start with us. There's a lot of crazy stuff we can do. Build the agents. Of course, we can take it outdoors, cities, cityscapes. And another thing, why not use it for data lakes and big data? It's so difficult to find something really valuable in all these damn big data pools. Why not create a kind of inspirational agent that helps me to find valuable pieces and inspirations in data itself and create use cases out of it? Why not? It could be part of a master data management, data catalog system, whatever. It could be very, very technical, integrated in a different kind of tools in all the platforms that are called data lakes. We could implement it there. Why not? It is doable. And that's what we built. And here's just one example. Why not use it in product design, if it's cars or whatever? But it's just an example. What we have is, we know how to do it. We can transfer a lot that we did in the arts, technically, culturally, at the connections, everything. We can transfer it, and we can build it to embed new sources, not just images, but a lot of other types of content. But what we need, of course, is a real first use case, or let's say an environment where the first enterprise muse as an MVP can run and inspire us, and we're looking for that. So for us, it's a big shift from creative AI, what we all talk about, an AI that writes songs, an AI that creates pictures, an AI that writes storyboards for movies. We have all that, but it's just output. They just create an enormous amount of content that it's so difficult to consume because it's just too much and it's not really to the point. What we need to move on to is to move to inspirational AI and not create new arts and new work and new kind of things. We need to change the humans and enable them to become new artists and maybe even new workers in the future. When we talk about work in the future, in the age of AI, we need to rethink a lot. And for me, it's the harmony that we need to build, not the disruption. The harmony between humans and artificial intelligence. And it's not arty, crazy stuff. No, it's technology, it's design, it's people, it's everything there, and we can build it, I'm quite sure. And by that, it's a continuous loop. And as said, at the interconnection of human and artificial intelligence, it's a plus. It's not a barrier, it's not an interface, it's always the plus. And that's what we need to build. Some call it software 2.0. And yes, artificial intelligence is software, nothing else. Who wants to be part of this journey, who wants to be part of artificial intelligence today, needs to get a deep understanding of software. Otherwise, it's just talking. I'm really honest here. You need to be into software. And if we call it software 2.0, as a lot of AI masterminds in the Valley do right now, I don't care. But it is software, it's new paradigms that rule, that we need to get, understand, and be creative with. That's fine. But what we also need is soft skills 2.0. We as humans need a new understanding of how we go into the dialogue and communicate with artificial intelligent systems. And I don't talk about chatbots. Honestly, I don't talk about chatbots today, maybe in 2 years. I talk about every connection we can think of. And that's the mindset we need to change, everybody. If it's work, if it's as a private consumer, whatever, we need to do that. Okay. A little bit marketing, I think that's fair. We are a small company in Berlin. Our website launched yesterday, so we're really young, but very old people with a lot of experience. So what do? Well, we are at the in-betweens. We are strategists, technologists, creative thinkers at all these intersections of data, AI, technology, even cloud structures, whatever you want to call it, and mindset and creation. We do strategies. We help companies to get into the age of AI hands-on, not by doing a lot of nice-looking PowerPoint slides. We can do it, as you see, but that's not our real ambition. Building the spaces, maybe with the Muse inside, building applications, products, services, whatsoever, teams, and all that from the awareness layer. So get companies to understand what is AI really, what can I do, what does it mean, what is the big change from software 1.0 to software 2.0, from soft skills 1.0 to soft skills 2.0, whatever, and then go in a kind of incubation phase, integration, and of course, help you as a company in your enterprise adoption of all this stuff. If it's data, if it's algorithms, if it's new technology, if it's new mindset, new processes, whatever. I move on this. That's a lot of stuff we do. I actually skipped that. We have 3 minutes left, maybe, or 2.5 for some questions. Would be great to get in contact. I'm at the speakers' corners as well afterwards. So that's us. Have a look. The Birds on Mars video is on YouTube. No, not the Birds on Mars. I'm getting wrong. The Muse, the Artificial Muse. Just Google on YouTube for first Artificial Muse in the world of art, and you find the video clip. And thank you very much. That's my inspiration for today.
Klaas, thank you. We do have time for a question if anyone wants to ask something.
Yeah, it's 2:26, 5, 4, yes?
Yes, go ahead.
A little.
Hi,
No questions.
Adam. How do you fund your business?
What is
Initially,
How do you fund your business?
How do you fund your business? Where do you get money for these ideas?
bootstrapping? We are crazy, we bootstrap.
Excellent.
Bootstrap, is that the whole answer?
Bootstrap is, yes. Bootstrap is an answer. That means it's our money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else? A question for Birds on Mars? I have a question. You might have actually mentioned this, but I was in the bathroom. Why is it called Birds on Mars?
Why it's called Birds on Mars? Well, first, we are into punk music and metal music, and we love good names. So I think Birds on Mars sounds quite well. And then we saw Buzz Aldrin. It's actually a good question. Buzz Aldrin, the second man on the moon, and he produces these shirts. Who says,
Let's lift this so people can see.
"Get your ass to Mars." And I liked it, so that's why, maybe.
That's a very artistic and creative reason. Klaas, thank you so much for sharing your business with us today.